Right now, conflict reaches a new level in the Middle East. Iran launching a barrage of missiles on Israel will update how Israel and the U.S. are reacting. And for the first time in 28 years, a Republican presidential candidate campaigns in Dane County. We'll recap Donald Trump's visit to Wanakee. And we're taking a look ahead to tonight's first and only vice presidential debate between Minnesota Governor Democrat Tim Walz and Ohio Senator Republican J.D. Vance. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. We start with developing news as just hours ago, Iran launched a nearly 200 ballistic missiles at Israel. Iran took credit for the attack shortly after claiming retaliation for Israel's ground offensive in Lebanon against Hezbollah. The Pentagon now shoring up military support in the Middle East, including 3 aircraft squadrons and about 3,000 soldiers to join the 40,000 already on the ground. Just 6 days from now will mark 1 year since Hamas launched its attack on Israeli settlements, killing 1,200 people and capturing more than 100. Well, former President Donald Trump made an historic visit to Wanakee today. It is the first appearance by a Republican presidential candidate here in Dane County since Bob Dole came to Madison back in September of 1996. Today, News 3 Now's Braden Ross was there.
This is the first time in nearly 3 decades that a Republican presidential candidate has campaigned here in Dane County.
Well, isn't Madison very liberal? Yes. But Dane County has the 3rd most Republican votes in the state of Wisconsin.
Former Wisconsin Governor Tommy Thompson speaking to the crowd before Trump took the stage here inside Dane Manufacturing, saying while Dane County is a Democratic stronghold in battleground Wisconsin, Republicans still need to rack up votes here if they want to win. On stage, Trump thanked Thompson for his support and recalled talking to him during his run back in 2016.
In 2016, I ran, and he said, "Sir, you're wasting your time. You're not going to win Wisconsin. But if for any reason I see a change, I'm going to call you back and you'll come up and you'll close it up." And he called me about 3 weeks later. He said, "It's time to come up. You're going to win this thing."
Trump also touched on his usual talking points around the economy, immigration, Social Security. He also talked about foreign policy in the wake of Iran's attack on Israel today, mentioning that he himself is considered a target of Iran. Trump is also hitting the blue county of Milwaukee tonight. For now, reporting in Wanakee, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
And inside Dane Manufacturing, a relatively small crowd compared to his rallies. They were able to hear what Donald Trump had to say today. But outside the facility was a different story. Our Merrill Hubbard reports.
Here inside Dane Manufacturing, there's a pretty small crowd of people that will see Trump speak, but outside the facility, it's a different story. There were over 5,000 people at Trump's Wanakee event, and officials say that 4,500 of them could not go inside the building due to limited space. After talking to people both inside and outside of the facility, the most common concerns of theirs was inflation and immigration.
I'm really concerned about the country for the younger people. A lot of people ask me, "You're old, you've been around, you know, what's the big deal?" And I go, I just love America, and I want to see it good for the younger people.
I'm here to endorse people to vote for Trump, because Trump is the best president we can have. And Kamala's going to make terrible decisions. So go Trump.
One supporter told me this is the biggest event Wanakee has ever hosted and that he wouldn't miss this for the world. Former President Trump is now in Milwaukee for his second speech. That will be his second time speaking in a blue city in Wisconsin today. Reporting in Wanakee, Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
As she mentioned, he's scheduled to speak at that manufacturing facility in Milwaukee within the next half hour. And First Gentleman Doug Emhoff was in Milwaukee just an hour ago speaking to a crowd about Kamala Harris's record on small business.
So Kamala Harris, she is a capitalist. She is pro-growth. She's pro-innovation, pro-technology. She's pro-business, but she's also supports workers. Yeah. And guess what? All these things can be true at the same time. You heard Gina Raimondo say that as well. This is how you build an economy that works for everyone.
And this marks Emhoff's first visit to Wisconsin since July. Time now for a look at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington joining us out on the weather patio. Alex?
Eric, feeling fall-like out on the patio. I said today would be a big difference temperature-wise and feeling-wise, and Boy, did that come true. We got breezy conditions, clouds have been filling in, and I'm not sweating out here on the patio for a change because temperatures have been hovering from the 50s all the way up into the lower 60s, although I'm also joined out here. We got a handful, well, they're gone. Had a handful of turkeys that were enjoying the fall-like weather right behind me here. It's cool out here outside right now. Temperatures in the lower to middle 60s across southern Wisconsin. Let's plan the evening together here, falling into the 50s as we go into the middle of the evening. Clouds will eventually thin out, and overnight tonight we'll have low temperatures dipping all the way down to about 40 to 41 degrees. That's about where it should be for this time of year, not the upper 40s and 50-degree low temperatures that we've been having. But the three things you need to get out of this forecast: we warm right back up on Wednesday, turning breezy on Wednesday, and dry weather. How long is this dry weather going to stick around, and do we have even warmer weather on the way? Let's talk about that in a few minutes.
All right, Alex, thank you. Vice President Kamala Harris will be adding another Wisconsin visit to her list with a stop Thursday somewhere in the Fox Valley. This will be the vice president's 5th visit to Wisconsin since her campaign started back in July. The last visit brought her right here to Madison just over 10 days ago. A recent Quinnipiac poll shows the vice president has lost her lead in North Carolina, with Donald Trump now leading 49 to 47%. And in Georgia, Trump is widening his lead at 50 to 44%. In just a few hours, the two vice presidential candidates will face off for their debate. Political reporter Will Keneally spoke with campaign officials helping prepare for the debates. He's in our newsroom and joins us now with more. Will?
Well, Eric, the biggest question that we'll have tonight is who wins this vice presidential debate. Now, win means different things for the Republican and Democratic candidates, but the similar theme: they want to clearly state their campaign's message.
Kamala Harris and Joe Biden broke the economy. They opened the border. They've created all these problems around the globe. JD's going to do a great job talking about the fact that Donald Trump did it once. He'll fix it again.
I think for us, a win is being able to talk clearly and effectively about the stakes in this election. You know, we have a vision for this country that is about building up the middle class, protecting manufacturing jobs, bringing down inflation, protecting reproductive rights and freedoms, and securing, the safety of our citizens, whether in community.
Now, both campaigns are saying that their opponents are strong on the debate stage, so it could be in for quite a show tonight. Now, that will kick off on air at 8 p.m. You can also join us on channel3000.com, where we will be hosting a pre-debate show featuring live reports from watch parties across the viewing area and political experts to break it all down. Now, that's at 7:30 on channel3000.com, and you can join us there after the debate for a post-debate wrap-up.
All right, Will, thank you. In Wausau, the city clerk there says a ballot drop-off box has now been replaced after the city's mayor carted it away. It was just over a week ago. Mayor Doug Denny wheeled the empty ballot box into his office, claiming it was not placed properly. Since then, City Clerk Caitlin Bernard says the box is now secured to the ground in front of City Hall. Mayor Denny is now facing an investigation from the Marathon County District Attorney and the Wisconsin Elections Commission. Tonight on channel3000.com, we will be live fact-checking the vice presidential debate. Our Ellie LaLiberte joins us now with how you can check that out. Ellie?
Yeah, Eric, we'll be fact-checking both candidates on a live blog format. You can access that on channel3000.com. And at the start of the debate, the blog will be at the top of our page in our featured section. We'll look for claims about both candidates' records and views on key issues. This will be going on, like I said, throughout the entirety of the debate. And I'll be right back here at 10 p.m. with a breakdown of some of those claims made by both Walz and Vance, whether they're true, false, or misleading, and why.
I want to mention that's a CBS debate with Nora O'Donnell, Margaret Brennan moderating. Ellie, thank you. The death toll now for Hurricane Helene has passed a grim milestone. Nearly 160 people are now dead, many more still missing. The Red Cross continues to mobilize to offer support to those affected. Now, the storm is quickly becoming one of the deadliest in American history, causing most of the deaths in mountain communities that are vulnerable to the excessive rainfall. Dave Nelson with the Red Cross says help is desperately needed due to the widespread nature of the damage here.
This is a huge operation. As Mary Jane noted, we have over 900 on the operation just here in Florida. And of course, the destruction that has moved all the way up into the Carolinas is just a huge response from the Red Cross all the way around, which stretches us tremendously, which is, again, I'm just going to say it's important for any financial support as well as the blood donorship. Helene
has also caused over 1,500 blood donation cancellations. thus leading to an even higher blood shortage. If you'd like to donate or volunteer, head to redcross.org. The State Street Pedestrian Mall in Madison, the experiment there will be ending at the end of the month. City officials say the experiment that closed the 400 to 600 blocks of State Street to non-emergency vehicle traffic saw several community events during the summertime. The city has been collecting feedback about that experiment all summer, and that feedback will be given in a report to the Common Council before the end of the year to decide whether to regularly bring back the pedestrian mall. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington returns next. A complete look at your first warn forecast, and we'll take you to the World Dairy Expo to see how the future of agribusiness is all about connecting the industry with the youngest of students. And a down day on Wall Street due to that volatility in the Middle East and oil prices. The Dow falls 173 points. NASDAQ loses 279. S&P 500 drops 54. And we'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, brought to you by Cardinal Heating and Air Conditioning.
They've been rocking audiences for decades. It's Foghat. Performing live November 30th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
I just want to make
with special guest, The Empty Pockets. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Legendary rock band Foghat. Live in concert November 30th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Joan Baldwin wants to ban abortion, even in cases of rape, incest, and when the mother's life is at risk.
And would jail doctors who perform them.
Baldwin voted to ban birth control, too, and to deny rape victims emergency contraception.
Banning all abortions and birth control? No one wants to tell you what to do with your body
more than Joan Baldwin.
But she can't tell you what to do with your vote.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Midwest Master is an all-purpose grass seed mix that starts growing fast and blends well into existing lawns. A 15-pound bag covers more than 3,700 square feet and is $39.99 after rebate. Owens Corning shingles are designed for long-lasting protection with up to a 130 miles per hour wind and limited lifetime warranty. Choose from over 40 options. Get an 11% rebate on all Owens Corning shingles.
Save big money at Menards.
Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
It's hard to believe, but it's true. Even the liberal media was shocked Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens.
Every transgender inmate would have access.
Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows.
From Scott the Window Guy at AHT Wisconsin Windows.
I'm Scott the Window Guy from AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core composite frame triple pane window is the most energy efficient window made for Wisconsin, no matter what the season. Get triple pane for the price of double at scottthewindowguy.com.
The first Republican presidential nominee to campaign in Dane County in almost 3 decades. What former President Trump had to say to the Blue Stronghold.
Then local Asian American Pacific Islanders tell their stories about living with hate. That's tonight at 6.
Moving forward in your community, lending helping hands, spotlighting the people, telling the stories, warning you first. Your local news source for nearly 70 years. News 3 Now, moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, welcome back. We're now looking at video out of La Crosse as crews continue to battle a railroad tie yard fire on French Island. That inferno's cause is unclear. It started about 1:30 this morning in a shed containing wood chips from recycled railroad ties. Chemical treatment for railroad ties makes them especially flammable, and the windy conditions we've seen paired with the wood chips have caused that fire to spread, leading crews to try to put out the fire while protecting surrounding buildings and property. The World Dairy Expo is back, kicking off the first of 4 days at Alliant Energy Center. News 3 Now's Kyle Pozorski catches up with a few of the more than 2,000 FFA students taking in the event and a new experience tailored just for them.
I've been coming to Dairy Expo since I've been a little kid. You get to learn a lot of cool things.
In what is often viewed as one of the premier events for aspiring agribusiness students, World Dairy Expo is bringing the farm and classroom together in a new way. During this year's opening day, FFA members from states across the Midwest took part in a scavenger hunt type event on a mission to collect 17 passport stamps from participating businesses. The Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin organizing the hunt says it helps to break some social barriers between industry professionals and students. Jessica Nays is an agri-science educator.
This is a premier event in the industry, and these kids are getting exposed to so many things and opportunities that we would not normally get to see.
She tells News 3 Now the goal to advance work aimed to build a strong generation of young agribusiness professionals is one worth doing.
You know, we're getting further and further generations away from the farm. We had what was called the Great Migration, where everyone was going away from farming and going to college and making sure they were getting those good jobs. And we were kind of forgetting about the tradition of having these trades and these people that just need to work hard and provide for people.
Last year, the expo saw more than 50,000 people come through the gates, 7% of which identified as students.
It really opens a lot of doors for us.
In Madison, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thank you. This year's events continue through Friday, culminating with the Parade of Champions at the Alliant Energy Center Coliseum. Well, Verizon is confirming that its cell phone service is now fully back online after that widespread outage yesterday. Over 100,000 people reported losing service on the website Down Detector, meaning thousands more were likely without service. The outage appears to have impacted a large portion of the Midwest and several major cities. Time now for a complete look at your First One forecast. Alex Harrington joins us once again. Alex.
Fall-like for a few more hours, at least through tonight, and then tomorrow we're right back up to temperatures well above normal. Let's plan our evening together here. 6 o'clock, temperatures right around 60 degrees. At 8 o'clock, we'll be down to 55. Jacobs here at 10, with those temperatures dipping down to right around 50 degrees. And we're going to get a fairly cool night tonight across all of southern Wisconsin. Dane County, we got 63 in Verona, 64 in Oregon, 63 to the north in Waunakee, and the airport is holding on at 61 degrees. Low to mid 60s across all of southern Wisconsin, even at 59 off in southwestern Wisconsin near Viroqua. Big changes from where we were yesterday at this time. About 20 degrees warmer yesterday than where we are right now. So what a change to the body and change to the system. We'll do 41 in Lone Rock, 44 in Baraboo, 44 in Madison, and 42 in Janesville. So a considerably cool and crisp and fall-like night, and then we just warm right back up. The temperatures a few degrees above normal. Normal is about 67 for this time of year. We'll do 71 in Madison, 69 in Watertown, and 73 off to the west towards Prairie du Chien. And the temperatures are only going to get warmer from there. We're going to see those highs in the mid, maybe upper 70s on Thursday as we head towards the weekend. Saturday also approaching mid to upper 70s. And we cool down Monday and Tuesday behind a cold front before we warm right back up. So these temperatures just going on a bit of a roller coaster ride, but that roller coaster ride is really all above normal all the way through the next 10 days. Let's talk about the weekend. Again, 75 on Saturday, winds out of the south. Winds different direction on Sunday. That 70-degree temperature, that's probably going to be an early high temperature with falling temperatures throughout the day behind a dry cold front. I say dry. We're not expecting much in the way of precipitation with this cold front at this point in time. Sunday afternoon, or rather Sunday morning. Behind that, Monday going on into Tuesday, there's those temperatures again. I have to chuckle a little bit. Mid to upper 60s. We've had so many 70s to near 80-degree temperatures that these temperatures will feel cool, but that is normal for this time of year, mid to upper 60s. First, to let you know and keep you informed, as we go out further into October, if you want water, it's not anywhere in sight. I'm looking at our weather models that can give us a glimpse way out into the future and not seeing any big appreciable weather system. So dry for a good portion of the country. And what's the likelihood of being warmer than normal? Very high, especially for portions of the upper plains. And we're right on the edge of that here in Madison. So as we go later into next week, into that 10-day forecast, we will see those temperatures continue to climb as we go out further into next week and further into October.
Alex, thank you. Now, we're nearing 2,000 coats now in our Coats for Kids campaign. The latest donation total, 1,935 coats so far, but we have only until Saturday to hit our goal. If you have any new or gently used coats or piece of winter wear, bring it on over to any Clinky Cleaners location in the area. If you still don't want to, you would like to donate, you can also do so financially. You can link to that at channel3000.com. And we'll be having a distribution event that's set for Friday the 25th for anyone in need. That information also posted on our website. And just ahead on this 100th birthday of former President Jimmy Carter, a gathering of celebrities in the Twin Cities to build homes for Habitat for Humanity. The story next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I remember coming home from school and pounding on the door, but my mother wouldn't answer. She'd be passed out inside. You know, my mother had a drug abuse problem. She struggled with addiction to prescription pills her whole life. But today with fentanyl, one pill, just one pill can kill. So I've worked with Republicans to stop the flow of fentanyl that's poisoning families across Wisconsin. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message. This fight hits close to home.
Not everyone knows us, but in Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
4 years ago, in this alley, rioters threw a brick at my face and knocked out my teeth. Why? Because I was a police officer. And what did Kamala Harris do? While America's cities were burning, Kamala was defending peaceful protest. She raised millions to help bail rioters out of jail and supported defunding our police, making us all less safe. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
It won't be hard to find someone to fix this. But before I started Angie's List, different story. A lot has changed for us at Angie since then, but the issues facing homeowners are the same. And the solution too, skilled local pros. Get started at Angie.com.
Empire makes it so easy that you just don't need to shop around. Everything that we need to get it done and get it done right. The new flooring just changes your whole house.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today, Brian Stiles said he's proud of his extreme record. So why is he lying about it? Stiles said he was proud to be part of a group pushing to gut Social Security and Medicare, that he proudly supports abortion bans. And Brian Stiles said he's proud to be backed by extremists pushing a total ban nationwide. Peter Barca's backed by police, firefighters, and unions because Peter puts Wisconsin first, no matter the party, and that's something to be proud of.
I'm Peter Barca, and I approve this message.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, this week, thousands of volunteers are putting their hands to good use to build dozens of homes for Twin Cities Habitat for Humanity, and that includes country stars Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood, who have been volunteering as part of the Jimmy and Rosalind Carter Work Project for years. Derek James reports.
Country superstars Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood are lending their voices and their hands to this habitat build in this East St. Paul neighborhood.
There was 1 year which we wish we could have back. They allowed nail guns on the thing. Her nickname was Nail Gun Diva.
No matter the tool, the couple has been all in on Carter work projects since their first build post-Katrina in 2007. Their inspiration, like so many here, President Jimmy Carter and his wife, Rosalind.
I think his whole life, he understood that work ethic is going to get you the result you want. And I think he passes that down to all of us.
I mean, he's here to us, and so is she. You know, there is a work ethic that is ingrained in this group, and I think a lot of people on the Carter build are repeat customers. You know, a lot of people have built with the Carters, so there's that feeling, there's that sense of responsibility and celebration. I mean, this is such a place of joy and love.
Garth and Tricia became emotional today hearing the story of Habitat for Humanity homeowner Leandra Estes.
Our health, mentally, physically, and spiritually, has totally improved in every way. And for my whole family, the generational impact is foreseeable and it's attainable.
You know, it's inspiring to me to see a generation that's younger than me who understand the important things in this world and who are going to fight for those things. It makes me feel good about us. I mean, we every day can find many ways to not feel good about us, and this makes me feel good about who we are.
And we'll have a final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
I'm a nurse in Wisconsin, and my patients don't want politicians like Eric Hovde making their healthcare decisions.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
Hovde means what he says about opposing reproductive rights.
Eric Hovde supported overturning Roe v. Wade, which led to an abortion ban in Wisconsin.
And that's a ban with no exceptions for rape or incest.
What Hovde supports criminalizes abortion and doctors like me.
We need to vote against Eric Hovde.
WIN Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
My husband and I are going through IVF treatments now. It could be our only chance to have a family. But Donald Trump's plan could ban IVF in some states. My husband is in the military. He volunteered to serve. We are patriots and we go where he is assigned. What if we end up in a state where IVF is no longer legal? What will we do then?
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Think Sloan's first.
We've been with Sloan Implement since my father started farming, my grandfather started farming. They are a family business that's been around for generations, and that's very important to us.
Think Sloan first, now during Gear Up for Fall on a John Deere X350. Built for taking it easy. Get yours with 1.9% for 36 months. Get a John Deere now.
Power up Sloan's.
Think Sloan's first.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now.
Are you kidding?
More heroics, more fireworks, more opportunities to make history in this building. Because when that temperature drops, the action heats up. Clear your schedule, claim your spot. Get ready for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss. Get your tickets now.
A suspected Venezuelan gang member who was arrested for domestic battery.
Violently attacked a woman physically and sexually.
The border crisis is real here in Wisconsin.
Criminal gangs harming our community.
We're stretched thin. Open borders and weak politicians are crushing us.
Rebecca Cook is one of them. She doesn't back law enforcement. She'll never secure the border. Doesn't even want to.
That's why we stand with Derek Van Orton. He has our back.
And I've got yours. I'm Derek Van Orton, and I approve this message.
Cheer like a game show contestant for the Best of Madison Readers Poll winners. No zonks behind this curtain, just gold, silver, and bronze. From food and drink to entertainment, home, and health. Come on down to Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, the stage is set for the only 2024 vice presidential debate, hosted by CBS News. What to expect in the first face-off between Senator J.D. Vance and Governor Tim Walz. That and more headlines tonight, right here on the CBS Evening News.
And Alex is back as we take one final check of the forecast.
A fall-like day today.
Yeah,
for
it felt chilly
change.
out there a little bit. Cooler.
Cooler, but not for long. The temperatures are going to go right back up into the 70s on Wednesday. Breezy, but the winds are going to be from the south and southwest, and that brings in those warmer temperatures into southern Wisconsin. If you want any rain, I've had some folks messaging me, when are those rain chances going to come back into southern Wisconsin? Not anytime soon. Next 7 to 10 days, very slim chances for rainfall. Maybe Thursday night, an isolated shower, and then again Sunday night as a cold front comes through. Eric, Monday and Tuesday next week, those are our only 2 days next week that are fall-like, if you want to call that fall-like, because those are normal temperatures for this time of year. All indications are as we go later into next week and then even into the following week, temperatures in the 70s, and I'm even seeing some of our weather models showing maybe 80-degree temperatures coming back to southern Wisconsin by mid-October.
Now, don't worry, though. It'll go from 80 to like snowfall
by the end of the month.
In 10 days. Alex, thanks.
Yeah.
We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.